Okay, I'm going to show you how to do our weekly Stargazer that we put into the paper. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to this website right here, the skyandtelescope.com. Go over to observing and this week's sky at a glance. And you're going to want to do the very top week, the current week, so this is May 31st to June 8th. We're going to click on it. And we're going to scroll down because we only do Fridays to Fridays. So we will do June 7th and Saturday the 8th is what we have. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to screenshot this picture right here, which is Shift Command 4. So we're going to screenshot that. And then our second step, we're going to go over to this other website right here, which is the heavens/above.com. Click on the ISS. And as you can tell over here in the right corner, it's already linked to our county, the Sierra County. So this is the current visible satellite passes. We're also going to screenshot this as well, which we will need the 7th and 8th mainly. So to screenshot again, it's Shift Command 4. Screenshot. Now we can go ahead and exit this one. We'll keep this up for a moment, and we're going to go over to Finder, Sentinel, Data, Weekly Folder, Photo Features, and then we're going to go to the Cork templates, and we're going to find Stargazer, which is right down here. Double click, and this is our template right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just switch out the information here. So right here, since we know it's going to be for June 7th, and down here Saturday, June 8th, we'll leave that as is. We're going to go back over to our weekly Stargazer website. We're going to copy this, which is Command C. Go back over to our template. Oops, there we go. And then up here, it has the T for a text box. We're going to go ahead and make a text box, and then Command V, which is to copy and paste. We're going to select all, push no style, and Sentinel Cambria. And then right here, what we're going to do is we're going to copy June 7th information and plug it in over the information that's there. And then we're going to do the same with June 8th. Copy and paste. But right here, we're going to go ahead and take out the bullet points and move this up all as one, which makes it a lot easier. And then we're going to go ahead and minimize this, and we'll minimize this as well. And then on the desktop are the screenshots that we did right over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the first screenshot, drag it over to Photoshop, and then we'll make this bigger. So what we're going to do is first crop out the side here, and we can go ahead and crop off this bottom sky telescope part. And then we're going to size it. So Command W is what sizes it. This is going to be a 2x, so that's 3.88, and resolution for all photo editing is always for 300. We're going to push OK, and then Command, that one it does it kind of different, but to zoom in and out, you would just click over here on the zoom button, that's plus, and then if you need to zoom out, you'll just push the zoom out up here. So from here, we're going to go ahead and do our editing, which is mode, show all menus, the CMYK color. And from there, we're going to go to image, adjustments, and we're going to go to selective color, which is going to be the blacks. I have a preset to make it a little easier, so I'm going to load the -4 black, and this is what it looks like. So if you don't have the preset, just make sure these three are at -100, and the black is all the way at the +100. Push OK. We're going to go back up to image, adjustment, shadow highlight, and it does it at the 50% already. Sometimes you do need to adjust it a little bit better here and there. Just make it where it doesn't look too crazy, of course. And then now from here, since we already did the shadow highlight, we're going to go back into image, adjustments, and then the selective color, and we're going to mess around with the whites a little bit. Sometimes the whites need to go lower, higher, just kind of mix it around a little bit to see what looks the best. And we'll go ahead and go with that. And then from here, you want to double check and make sure that the layer is flattened. If it's already flattened, you don't have to worry about it, but if it needs to be flattened, go ahead and push image flatten. And then now we're going to file, save as. And again, this is going to be in the Sentinel data weekly folder, photo features. And as you can tell, there's already a Stargazer folder here. Most of the time there is not, so you'd want to create a new one with, and what you would do is create a new one with a 1 dot, Stargazer, and the current date. So we'll just go ahead and do for next week so that way you can see. You would create it, and it would be over here, and then you wouldn't save it as a screenshot. You would put Stargazer and the current date that you're working on. And you want to save it in that folder as a TIFF, always a TIFF. And then you would go ahead and push save. And then you can go ahead and exit this one. We can delete the screenshot that we're done with now. Now we're going to get the second screenshot and drag it over to Photoshop. With this one, we're going to do a few other items with it. So first, we're going to go ahead and crop out where we need it. And then we're going to use this tool up here in the top left, and we'll just leave it as it is. It's the marquee tool. We're going to highlight the dates that we don't need. So we don't need the 6th and 7th. And we'll highlight that, and then you can push delete on that, which is really nice. And then we're going to come up and use the marquee tool again, highlight the dates that we do need. In the top left, right, or left hand over here, right next to that one is the move tool. Go ahead and click on that. And then we can move this all the way up. And then just make sure it's all in line here. And then now we're going to go back to the crop tool. And then we're going to crop out what we need here. And you won't have to do this every week, but if they do have the extra dates on there, you just want to go ahead and crop those out and get that out. And then, oh, see over here it has the line. We want to crop that just a little bit better. So let's crop that here. And then now we want to size it, which is Command W. And this again is going to be a 2x, so it's, 2 by 3.88. And resolution is always 300. Let's go ahead and back that up a little bit. Okay, from here you're going to want to go ahead and go back up to Image, Mode, the CMYK again. And then from there, oops, I made it go bigger again. All right, so now we're going to go back up to Image, and it's in CMYK color. So now we need to do the selective color. Let me go and pause this just for a second. Alrighty, and then back in Photoshop, we also want to make sure that there's no layers, so we need to flatten the layer. So flatten image, and then after we do this, we want to go back up into Image, Mode, or no, Adjustments, sorry, Selective Color, and we're going to take out our blacks again. So I have the preset, but if you didn't have the preset, this is what it would look like. Just take these down here, and this one all the way up, push OK. Image, Adjustments, the shadow highlights. And then from there, you also wanted to go ahead and go back to selective color, check the whites out, just kind of play with it a little bit. So you see how that one changed the purple here? So we went down, and then so it kind of readjusts it a little bit. Push OK, and then here you're going to go ahead and save as. In the same folder, the Stargazer one that you just created, Sentinel Data Weekly folder, Photo Features, the Stargazer, and this one's going to go under ISS and then the date. And then save. Okay. Exit that. We can go ahead and go back to our template that we were using, which we minimized over here on the left. So now that we have our text in, we can go ahead and delete this box. So from here, we want to go ahead and